Analytics will catch all of that. Another thing analytics will catch for you is their behavior when they came. How long did they stay? You can see something like session count. You can see what was the value of their coming. Did they pay for the products? Did they pay for the services? And all those little details. Now, on the other hand, your Google Search Console is not going to capture for you who came. Google Search Console will capture for you the clicks you had. That is people that came and actually clicked the products. What else now? The clicks, the impressions. Impressions are people that just saw the sites. You can see where you rank on Google. Now, more importantly about the search engine optimization, what you should pay attention to is when you search yourself, where are you on the ranking? Some people are on page 20. People don't go to page 20. People stay on page 1. So the reason for you optimizing your website is to appear on page 1. Do you all agree? To stay on page 1. So Google Search Console is going to tell you where you rank. And that is going to explain to you, you need to do more work or you don't need to do more work. Sometimes you see yourself on number 100 and something. That is where you are. So if you put in the effort and get more done, it brings you to page 1. So analytics and the Search Console will also tell you the words that people are using to get to your website. All right? You go down to the bottom part, you see the words that is driving people, driving traffic to your website. Why did I have to explain all of that? I'm explaining that because all these tools are AI powered. There is no way I can tell you that 50 people visited my website this month. Because website does not tell you all those details. Your social media can tell you the number of clicks, the number of likes, shares, and all those details, but your website, you need to be on the back end with another tool. And that is the tool I'm explaining to you right now, the analytics and the Google Search Console. And they are all AI powered. Okay, and then there are chatbots too if you want to build in an integration for your customer service. Next slide, please. Okay, so a couple of benefits of using the AI, for your grain marketing. First of all, it helps manage your costs, like you learned yesterday, and you can also optimize your resources, and you can also have sustainable messaging, and it improves your return on investment. Next slide. So Jasper, like I mentioned earlier, is a tool for your blogs. It's a tool for you that can help you write for your social media. It can also help you to generate content for your social media and possibly for your website. If you own a blog, Jasper will help you. The only challenge I have with Jasper is that Jasper is not free. Okay? Next slide, please. Jasper is not free. So we'll pay attention to the ones that are free and anybody can use it. Next one. Are you guys still here? Shout a yes if you are still here. All right. Okay. All right. So there's another tool you mostly hear when we talk about search engine optimization. You hear SEMrush. You hear keywords everywhere. There are a lot of them. All right. But these are two of the most popular ones: SEMrush and Ahrefs. Now, what these tools will help you to do? What these tools will help you to do, basically, like I explained when I was talking about the Google Search Console, is that it's going to sometimes run a keyword. The screen here is off. The screen here is off. It's going to explain to you, it's going to tell you about your website. If you are running a website SEO audit, you are going to learn about what is making your website to behave the way it is. Possibly, you are going to be able to see where the website is ranking. You're going to be able to catch that. And remember, there are 4 different kinds of search engine optimization. Who knows? SEO, there are 4 different types. Anybody? If you've been attending my class, you should know. Anybody? Just chorus it, I'll hear it. Nobody? Oh my God. The 4 types of SEO. 4 types. Do you remember the one I said you should use the search engine optimization? Or the search engine console, rather. That one is the technical SEO. Technical. Because sometimes you don't get to understand some of those things. You know, there are codes. If you submit your site map, Google gives you recommendations, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, cut down the pixel on this particular picture, cut down the pixel on this video. And if you built the website from scratch, for instance, if you coded the website, if it was coded, you need to get a developer to be able to build in all those recommendations for you. All right? So that is why it's called the technical SEO. Now, there's another one called the on-page SEO. On-page. Now, on-page means that you're optimizing that website to be much more search-friendly with keywords. If you open the website of a brand like, let's say Binance, cryptocurrency, right? You are going to see a lot of cryptocurrency words around that website, mostly on their headers. So that is them stationing the right industry keywords on the headers, in the right places on their website. Now, what happens there is when people make a search, Google tends to, what's the word now? Google tends to crawl the headers first. Now, there's a little crawling of the headers to bring to you the results. Google concentrates on words that are on the headers first before it shows to the searcher a set of results that is in a set of websites like you used to see. All of that happens in just maybe 3 seconds. Just snap of the finger. So now, if you put the right keywords in the right places on the website, that is what tends to show when people search for things that relates to you. That is what is now called the on-page SEO. How many did I mention now? 2, the technical and the on-page. There's another one called on-page, yes, on-page. There's another one called the off-page SEO. That is when you write to become an authority in your industry. For instance, if all of you have blogs, all of you own sites, and you want to write about ImpactHER, right? So you mention ImpactHER on all your blogs, which I actually recommend you do when you have one. You write about ImpactHER on all your blogs. That simply means that when people click from your blogs and your websites, and it takes them back to ImpactHER's websites, that is now ImpactHER having backlinks. That's what it's called, backlinks. So when Google sees that a lot of brands are referencing your websites or your content or your copy, mostly statistics, right? Google tends to believe on my end that all of you believe in ImpactHER. All of you feel confident about ImpactHER. All of you feel that what ImpactHER is offering you is useful. So Google tends to begin to take ImpactHER higher in ranking. That is now the off-page SEO. Do you understand? You understand? So the backlinking process is what makes you to be an authority in your industry, in your space. Now, there's another last one that everybody knows that one. That one is called the local SEO. Anybody with a Google business profile? Wave. A verified one. Anybody? 1, 2. Nobody from here? Constituency 3. Nobody? 4. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why don't you own a Google business profile? Why? You have. Is it verified? It's verified. Okay, I was asking you to raise your hand. All right. Okay. So the Google business profile works in 2 ways. The first part is it helps you to, if you cannot own a website, it gives you the room to be available online with or without a website. That's number 1. Number 2, the Google business profile is not just a tool to put you on the map. It also optimizes you for your website. So it is called the local SEO tool. Now you all know that you don't go to your website to change content every day. right? Uh-huh. But on your Google business profile, you can post content the same way you post on your social media. You can post pictures, videos, write a lot of things on your Google business profile. And if you are strategic enough, using the right keywords, and adding the link of your website, you're automatically drawing backlinks to your website. So it is called the local SEO tool. How many did I mention now? Number 1, technical SEO. Number 2, on page. Number 3, number 4, please clap for yourselves. Clap for yourself. Oh. Uh-huh. All right, so all I'm trying to explain in essence is all these tools that are AI powered. All right, next slide, please. I hope that was worth it. I took so much time there. All right, the customer engagement, you can integrate your chat GPT to get things done for you on your websites. And there is also the buffer and Hootsuite. If you want to schedule your posts, are we together? Are we together? If you want to schedule your posts to happen later in the day, later in the week, later in the month, you can use a tool like Buffer. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, you can use a tool like Buffer. We are going to do a little practicals towards the end. You can use a tool like Buffer, and Hootsuite does that too. Zoho also has a tool like that. I think there are a lot more tools. There are a lot more brands that now give you room. Even Canva. Are you aware that Canva can schedule? Okay, but you may not be able to schedule with the free version, actually. All right? You need to pay. Really? Okay. You need to pay. You need to pay for the Canva tool to be able to get you to schedule. Next slide. Okay. So I'm very, very far from finishing. So I need to rush now. Okay, so practical steps. Identify your eco-friendly brand message. Choose the right AI tool. Experiment with AI-driven campaigns. Measure the impact. Refine your strategies. Next slide. Any questions? I believe not. Okay, but if you have a question, please hold me. All right, so let's go to the first practical. Practical 1. So we are going to be using the Google Gemini. So for those of you that said you don't know about the Gemini, you're going to see it today. And we'll craft a marketing post for an eco-friendly product or service. And then you're going to watch how the tool suggests content ideas and tailors them for your audience. And this hands-on experience will give you a practical view of how easy it is to use AI in your marketing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, bring out your devices. Bring out your devices, your smartphones. Turn on your data. Next slide. It's going to be a practical session, so I won't be speaking too much English here. Okay, so what you're going to do is type gemini.google.com. Gemini, just type it, spell it the way it's pronounced. Gemini.google.com. You can check on the screen. They are mixing up the letters. Gemini.google.com. You can add www if you want to. Gemini.google.com. Or, next slide. Or you can just, if you are on your browser, whether it's a phone or a desktop, what you need to do is look at the top right-hand corner of your screen. You see that place beside your Gmail images, that place that looks like a square, dot, 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 dot. These are for all the apps, like Chinelo showed you yesterday, for all the Google apps that actually exist. So click on it. You can see there is Google Business somewhere at the top right. There is a map, YouTube. Then you see Gemini, all right? You should see Gemini there. It's a Google tool, so it's built into your Google account. And there are lots of them there. So pick Gemini. Have you done that? Okay, so you need to do that fast because we have very little time left. Either you type gemini.com or just go to that point and then pick the Gemini tool. I hope you're not stuck. You are stuck. Go to Chrome, preferably. All right? What is he asking for? You don't need to download the app. Or you can download the app, but you don't need to. All right? If you are using a browser, you don't need to. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay. So when once you tap on that link, use an email. Yes. Pick one of the emails. Yes. Pick one of the emails and grant it access. If that is what you are seeing. Pick one of the emails and grant it access. Let me see that screen again. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. They are there. Look at it. They are there. They are there. This is the place. That's it now. Gemini is currently refresh. This one. Okay. I wish we had a lot of time. I'm not quite sure why yours is not showing, but it should show now. Okay, so you're in. So if your own is showing, please unplug. Let me just show you. If you are seeing something like this, hello Adenike, you can see my own. My own is a black screen. You can see hello Demobong. Then you're going to see that ask Gemini. What is? Yes, that is Gemini. It's already embedded into your Google accounts. Let me show you something. So if you are seeing an Ask Gemini bar somewhere here, that means you're in the right place. You see what is this mic? This mic thing option. You see picture and one other stuff there.